Welcome back, Algebra 2 students. We're on lesson 80. Lesson 80 is direct variation and inverse variation as a ratio. So we've already done direct and inverse variation using our formulas. Remember, direct variation is x equals ky, and your inverse variation is a equals k over b, sorry. These don't have to be a's and b's, and these don't have to be x's and y's, but your k is your constant of variation, remember. So because we've already done direct variation and inverse variation, I'm actually only going to do this first example and then this other example down here. And then when I post the picture of these notes, I'll go ahead and work this one out as another example if you want that. But I'm trying to keep these videos shorter so that it won't take so long to load. Okay, so there's two methods that you can use. I'm going to show you both methods, and the question in the textbook will specify which method to use. So if you're using the formula, this is the direct variation and inverse variation method. And then today we're using equal ratios method. So if I use the formula here, it says A varies directly as B. So A varies directly as B. If A is 50 when B is 5, so A is 50 when B is 5. What is the value of A when B is 7? Okay, so this method we're finding the constant of variation, and we can see that our K value then is 10. And once we have the K value, then we can plug back in the other numbers that they're giving us and find the missing variable. So what's the value of A? And our K is 10, and our B is 7 in this case. So A is equal to 70. Okay, so that's method one, direct variation method. They want us to use equal ratios method this time. So when we were doing direct variation, your equal ratios are A1 over A1 over A2 equals B1 over B2. So your original A value and your original B value are both on top, and then the second set that they give you, those would be your A2 and your B2. So in this case, our A1 is 50, and our B1 is 5, and then our A2 we don't know, and our B2 is 7. Okay, so you're going to end up doing the same thing, but this one is as a ratio. They've set it up as a ratio. So 7 times 50 divided by 5 will still give us our 10 times 7, which is 70. So either way, just pay attention to what the question is asking you to use. So this one is called the equal ratios method. And you'll get the same answer either way. So you might want to use this one to check if you're more familiar with this one, but it doesn't matter to me which you use if it doesn't say. Like I said, some of the questions though, they say use the direct variation method or use the equal ratios method, and if it says specifically, then you need to use the specific method. Okay, I'm going to skip this one for now and go to inverse variation. Our inverse variation formula was the A equals K over B. So if blue varies inversely as yellow squared, then what we have is this is your inverse variation method, and then your equal ratios method would be A1 over A2 equals B2 over B1. So they're going to invert or flip the second set of like the B values. So in this case it was B1 over B2. So this one's going to be B2 over B1, and that's the only difference. Just make sure you're using the squared in this particular method. So we have 100 blues is equal to 2 yellows, so this would be 4 in the bottom. So our K value is equal to 400, and it says how many blues go with 10 yellows. So we want blues for about K value of 400 over 10 yellows, which is 100, so your blues would be equal to 4. And then same thing here, we have our A1, which in this case is B1. So we have 100. And our B1 is yellow, so 4 down here. And our B1, remember that it's squared. And then our A2, we don't know, that's our B. And then this is 100. So we can see already here, we don't actually have to do anything with the proportion, but 100 equals 100. So then your B or A2 would be equal to 4. Sorry, I confused it a little bit with using A1 and A2 instead of the blues and yellows, but this one would have been blue 1, blue 2, and then yellow squared, yellow 2 squared, and yellow 1 squared. So that's what this is. Okay, if you have questions, message me on Schoology or email me, and good luck.